Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Balancing Divine Feminine Ascension Frequencies with Aria Jade. Wake up and remember what you came here for. You have forgotten, we as a species have forgotten, that we came here to incarnate and have this experience of life. So you've got to slow down in your thinking mind. Let yourself remember the vibration. Remember that frequency. Remember the fact that you are divinity that came back. You're a God spark that came here to the 3D world to experience all these beautiful people and their situations and all the crazy chaos that's happening right now in the experience that is the reality of the 3D. But we are moving from 3D into 5D. So what does that mean? We are rising in our ability to connect with a less dense point of view. So everything that is happening in your life right now is happening because it's what you believe. It's what you have trained yourself or allowed society, the cult of the culture, to train your brain into thinking is true. It's so whatever you allow yourself to think, if you think on the lower part of that emotional frequency vibrational scales that Hawkins came up with, Dr. David Hawkins, I think in the 1960s or 70s, he came up with this. So if you're constantly vibrating down here, you are creating a life full of fear and lack. And that's what you believe that your reality is full of. But if you allow yourself to stay in a vibration of peace and joy, then you are allowing yourself to believe you deserve peace and joy. So what if you're constantly around people that are not peaceful and joyful? That makes it harder for you to stay peaceful and joyful. But, that's why meditation is so important. That's why ritual and grounding is so important. You have to come back to your baseline frequency daily so that you can remember what that is. As the world becomes more and more chaotic, because remember, we're moving from Kali Yuga, which was the Dark Ages, into Satya Yuga, which is an age full of light and abundance and health and wealth and people who do not age and grow old like we've experienced in the 3D linear world. We are rising in frequency and in vibration to the point to where those old paradigms are shattering. They're breaking down, and we're beginning to realize that they were just a shadow and an illusion of truth, that they were not those of us who are chosen and who know that we're chosen. They're not our paradigm. They're not our reality. So as soon as you can take that into your mind and believe it as the truth, that's when it will become your truth. So you've got to leap out on faith. Now remember what faith is. What is faith? What does the Bible tell us? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you've got to take that leap of faith to believe it in your mind before it's going to manifest in your reality. And that's what I'm here to help you do. I've been called, sent, manifested, brought into your algorithm, brought into your frequency to help you remember your power, to help you remember about particle vibration, about alchemy, and about cymatics. So this body is mostly water, and water can easily transmute from one state to the other, right? Everybody remembers this from science, I hope. Basic science. How do you transmute water? You add temperature, right? It's just a matter of heat. Adding heat or taking heat away. And whatever, if you add, it vibrates faster and becomes a gas. And if you take away, it vibrates slower and becomes a solid. Your consciousness transmutes your energy, transmutes the body, transmutes you, transmutes your life. So what you believe first, and then what's the second step? Speaking. So believe it and then speak it. So you have a transverse wave of thought, and then you have the longitudinal wave of vibration, of voice, of speaking it out. That's the cymatics, all right? So, and I'll try to put a video in the link in the description about cymatics. I always want to put it in for semantics. But if you're not familiar with this term, go watch something and educate yourself on it. Cymatics is when they put sand on a plate and allow a frequency to come into it, and it arranges patterns. It's the pattern of nature. It's the patterns of the solfeggio frequency. It's the patterns of your voice. So whatever you speak over your life, whether internally to yourself or externally to the rest of the world, becomes your reality. This is quantum physics. This has existed for over 100 years, but we don't train you in it in school, on it in school. We've not been allowed to because it's not measurable yet. But quantum physics is just the fact that when there is an observer present, the eyeballs are the observation tools, then particles change. Particles go to a different state because the observer is present. You are the observer. You are the creator. You are Creator, Source God in this body. The energy came out and incarnated here as all of us. So we are waking up and we are remembering that we are in charge of our life. No government institution, no social institution, no education institution, nothing else is in control of this except you. So think thoughts of greatness today. Speak words of greatness today. Live your best life today and have fun, because if you're not enjoying the experience, then you're having the wrong experience. Love to you. See you next time.